Hello everyone, what is cooking all you good looking people out there, and welcome to another exciting episode of Cities Skylines. Today we are going to, of course, as always, continue our awesome island. Now, a few things that have happened. There is a lot of trucks coming into here to collect these goods from here. Now, one of the things I've been wondering about this is okay, so that's a harbor, provides outside connection for passengers, which we are going to add a regular harbor as well. We're going to add one, perhaps maybe a harbor to here would be nice, a passenger harbor, and then we can connect it up to this road and that road. That would be rather cool. So I think that that makes a lot of sound issues. So that's not great. We don't want to add the harbor down there. We don't really want to add it here. Maybe over here is okay, but it does do a lot of damage. And we also want to add train connections. So those are things that are going to happen. I wonder if I can go here. Will be a harbor. I'll put a lot of trees around it. Maybe that'll kill some of the noise. At least I'm hoping it does. But yeah, a person harbor right there. So stop. Let's go check out roads. Boom. All right. So now we've got that. That does a little bit. Let's go here, and that's a big road. So we're gonna want just a small road coming out of here, and a big road going out there. Of course, we go curved road right here. Boom. Something like... Actually, we need to put this one first. So that road... Alright. This road is going to be a regular one. It's going to be just grass-lined, like it is. No. Needs to go there. No. It needs to go all the way to there. No, it needs to go all the way to there. A little bit less far to there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that actually looks really nice. This one needs to go all the way to there. Needs to go a little bit further. Alright, like this. And then, just for the sake of making this intersection look less stupid, we will upgrade this part of the road to that. And that is just going to make it look a lot nicer. Alright. So, that has worked out. This has worked out as well. So, now we can go to power and connect this to... Crap. That to there. And this to... Okay, delete that. This to there. There you go. Great. You to you. And you to you. Right, so here now we've got everything that we need. All the power is connected. We have an entrance place for people. And now, just so we avoid a traffic disaster there, we've got to start adding train connections to the city. So, train connections, it is going to be, what is this? A train station allows tourists to travel from city to place. We need to add a cargo train station. Must be placed on a roadside. Okay, so we're gonna add it right here because that is very close to that. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to add its own main road? We might actually want to do that. Have just an own road just for the train. That'd be really interesting. I haven't done anything like that. So, I don't know if I should, but I think it would be pretty cool. So, okay, let's go 6-laner. Make it straight, like, well, not too straight, because we're going to want, this is going to need to go up as well, eventually. So, we're talking about a road like this. The 2-lane, or is it more? It's not more than that. It's just that. So this goes something like this. Great. And then over here, this is going to be a straight road, and it's going to look like that. It's going to be right here. And it's going to go right behind there, just like that. Right. Boy, that looks weird in our city. But, you know, actually I can kind of change it a little bit. Make it look a little bit less weird. And I probably will change it a little bit. So we'll go there. We'll add the train station. The train station goes there. And the train station goes there. Great. Like that. And then the tracks. So this is going to be the start of the bridge. That's going to be maybe the start of the bridge. I'm not really sure. So I'm actually going to continue this one. Right there. So this road, that's going to continue. Oh, come on. Snap on. There you go. It's going to continue like this because to make things a little bit more interesting, we're just going to take the road that's here. Take it, turn it somewhat like... Yeah, we're going to take the road. We're going to turn it like that. We're going to turn the road... Maybe not as much or something different. Alright, so we can go like this. Oh man, I really wish there was another way of connecting this. Actually, hold on, we can actually connect it to here. Oh yeah, that could look pretty nice actually. There. Okay, like that. All right, yeah, I can get behind something like this, even though it's weird. Because then what I want to do is we're going to want to take that road. We're going to want to go page up. There. Then we're going to want to go straight over. And you just got to see. Right, like that. And then page down. Like that. Okay. That's what I wanted to see it do. Because then I can add a train track. So we will go to there, train. Alright. Like this. Here, we can go like that. Then like this. And there we have it. A beautiful train track crosses the city, and it actually looks okay. We'll take this road right here and go take that. Go boom. You make it curve something like over here to maybe straight or not. Something like this. Does that look good? I'm not really convinced that it does. Doesn't really seem like it's gonna look good. What about here? Okay, what about there? Yeah. Oh boy, that's too close. But maybe like that doesn't look bad. And then we can just extend this to there. Okay, yeah, I like this. Let's go there. And they want more industrial. I think they want more industrial. I don't really know what kind of industrial it is. But if it's at all the kind that is needed here, then that is good with me. There you go. Beautiful, like this. And then we've got our nice train tracks right here. Then we can get more people in. We can maybe even add like a second one, but that should help a lot, especially with the traffic here and all the noise that's going to be there as well. Okay, so the void has grown a little bit. We'll take the void and grow it at the very least to there. Has any other neighborhoods grown? Yeah, Woodland Grove has at the very least grown out to here. Might even add something else. Maybe another Woodland Grove fire station would be a nice idea. There's this. North Island and Central Island are doing okay. There's a little bit of demand for residential. I think that can go fit there. And a little bit more demand for commercial. I don't know what kind of commercial the demand is for, though. That is what I need to know. What is this? That's population. What is that? Outside connections. Sure, whatever. That stuff exports goods, tourism. Sure, we got tourism there. What is... Okay, that's pollution. That is fire protection. So the hazard is 15%. I can, of course, add some more fire protection into down into the island over here, especially on South Island. If ever I choose to... Well, when I choose to work on that. Money... That's land value is very high there. And land value is very high over here in the perimeter. Very high on Dover Island. Truck stop 69, apparently. But there is some very high land value over there. That's crazy. Okay. Well, that's nice. I can go look in Industrial Park and see. Things are doing okay. Right. What can I do to change this? 38,000. We're still at like the same number that we've been for a long time, but we have added a few more things, which I think are going to help. Start the neighborhood here, but honestly, we need this piece of land before we do anything about that. So South Island. Let's start working on South Island. South Island is going to be good. All right. What are we going to do for South Island? We are going to... honestly, what I want to do is I want to change that road to a road like this, because that doesn't really help. And because the connection that's going to be coming in here is going to be one like that. Then over here, we can go something like that. There's gonna need to be, maybe, yeah, right here. It's gonna go something like this. Something like that seems good. Then maybe over here. There you go. Alright, that's actually looking okay. At least in my mind it is. Maybe over here. Like that. Alright. Now over here we can turn something like this. And this we can go... There we are. Then we can... Boom, just like this. Right. Just like that. Very nice. All right, we got a nice little area over here. That's going to be sweet. Let's go start adding services to it. It's going to be a lot of... It's going to be maybe a mix of commercial, traditional industry... yeah, high-density commercial, traditional industry, and office zones. That's going to be a weird mix. I don't know if the commercial really, really gets killed by pollution. I'm not really sure if it does or it doesn't. But I think we're going to put the commercial on this street right down there. Then the rest is going to be that. So we can start adding some of this good stuff, like this. There you go. Just so that there starts to be, you know, more reason for over here to start being a zone of industry. Maybe this is not what you want to do. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna find out as we go along here. And go like that, like that. There you go. Add this. I mean, we've caused a lot of traffic here by adding that onto there. And again, we want garbage services. So garbage is going to need to go. We need a landfill. Maybe, where could we put one? We could put a landfill right there. We could put an incinerator right there, and we'll put another incinerator. A police station. That's a hospital, but we'll need a big hospital, I think. We'll put one right here at the entrance to it. Big fire station is gonna go right. Big fire station is gonna go right down. Fire station is gonna go right down there. All right. And big police station is gonna go over. Really, it can't even fit anywhere. Right here. All right, big police station goes down right there. That traffic is really big. Maybe if there was another place for it to go, like a second entrance there. See, just like I did for my university, when I realized it was all coming on this one. Perhaps the secret to better traffic is going to be take something from here and to go, no. Is there no way? No, there is no way, at least not as far as I can tell. Unless I do something really crazy, but I don't think it's going to destroy the bridge to allow me to do this. So I would need to start it right here. Space is already occupied by that thing. So I need to start it off there, like this. And it would curve over the road somewhat like this. Maybe I could go like that. I would need to snake it back. This would be a really big undertaking. All right, let's see how it would go. There. All right, like this. Go like that. Right, it would go like something like this. Then page down. It would go like that. All right, so now we've got a big off ramp that goes right down there. Boom. And then over here we have a very similar style thing, which is going to be a lot less of a crazy thing to build. Right, we go like this. And maybe that was a bit too much, so I'll delete that. Delete that. Okay. There. Okay. Just like that. And over here like that. Right. So that is obviously the completely wrong direction as well. God damn it. Okay. So we have to build it in reverse. So it goes from somewhere like here to, no, it goes from somewhere like here to something like there. Boom. And it doesn't go. Well, maybe it actually just does come up like this. I mean, that's just like a billion times easier. So I'll probably just do it like this instead. I won't do a weird S turn. I'll just go like this. That's like a billion times easier. And it looks better too. All right, because I just didn't want to add another intersection in this tiny little area, which is why I did that weird snaking thing. Hopefully that reduces some of the traffic, because now, yeah, so traffic comes in here, they go on that way. They're coming this way, they can come off. Over there, they can come off that way. Over here, they can't come off, they can just come on. So off that way, on that way, over here. All right, I think that makes things a little bit better. What are we going to want to do? We are going to want to add some office buildings, of course. So we go boom, boom, boom. Big office time. all the way around. There you go. So let's do that. I mean, this is gonna be a crazy build here, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. But hopefully it's not. Hopefully, I'm not gonna kill myself doing this. All right, big builds, big offices, maybe some commercial. I'm thinking commercial for sure. We've got a lot of educated people, or at least more educated people, that can work in offices. So, you know, we're going to keep our commercial zones as much as we can. But, obviously, offices are the way of the future. In fact, we might even turn this industrial park into an area with more offices, depending on if this area becomes a big success. So, that is a thing to think about. South Island. I don't really want to add too many homes on South Island. You don't really live on South Island, because it would be bad to live on South Island. Boom. There you go. So we add commercial like this. We add some just intermittently as well. Some like this. Some like this. Around over here. You know, just to make it, you know, right fresh from producer to... the creator. Right there, like this. Maybe we add like another, just something over here like that. Right there. And some office building right there. Great. Add commercial. I don't know if adding commercial in an area like this is good. Is this a remarkably bad idea? Ideal for high density residential area. No, I think that's just a bad idea to add those there, right? You don't add commercial zones. Yeah, you don't do what I was just about to do. All right, that's fine. So I'm just gonna undo. I'm gonna undo it all. There you go, and we'll add a big zone of commercial on the other side over here. Somewhere like, I don't know, around. Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea. So maybe we can add some more commercial in an area like this, where there'll be a lot of residential. And that could be a good idea. So let's go, and there's going to be more residential here, so we're just going to start adding it. It's going to be nice green grass over here. There's no grass. That's good. Right, like this. Like that. Like that. And over here, it turns, woo! There. Oops. There, it goes like this. And then over here, it goes very nicely, just like this. Then we can add a lot of commercial, so big commercial heavy area over here down in the middle. Of course, there's still going to be residential around, but it's just going to be much heavier on commercial than anywhere else. Like that. Okay, and we'll add in some residential. Very nice. We do need some parks and stuff. So might add some of those in this area. I think it would be a decent idea. Why would anyone live? Hold on. No. Nobody's living over here. This is getting unzoned because I forgot how loud this thing was. So that means that trees are going here. Yeah, there you go. So this is a zone for many, many trees. Because residents are not going to want to live there. Or at least if they do, they're crazy. There you go. Very nice. Lots of trees lining this. Just so people try and maybe forget how terrible all the noise they hear is. Right, like that. And we can go over here. And I mean that's pretty good. That's a whole nother area over here. I mean, that's just gonna go like that, and that's just gonna go like this. Big office area. That means we're going to require a whole lot of new people. So over here, Central Island is going to totally get done up, I'm sure. Parks. Do we have them? We don't. So obviously we're going to need some. We're going to need like a beautiful park somewhere like right there. We're going to need something like this fancy park is going to go right there very clearly, and we're gonna put in like a carousel around that area, and maybe even no, I think we're good on this front. Okay, so let's see how this did. Hospital, you feel healthier already. Well, get ready for like 1 billion buildings to pop up, and I'm hoping, yes, okay, so it looks like definitely buildings are popping up down this way. It looks like yeah, it looks like people are taking this exit, relieving some traffic. All right, I like the look of that. We got some other traffic spots there. Okay, commercial demand has gone down substantially, which is nice. Oh, yeah, look at this. Commercial demand went down. Not enough firemen. All right, we're going to need to add a fire station. We're going to need to add like a little rural fire station somewhere as simple as right there. There you go. That'll take care of truck stop 69. The fire coverage over here is pretty good, although we may want a more centralized fire location, something like this. Boom. That's gonna make people happier. There you go. And with this, something like this right here, that would deal with all. Right there would no. Something like that. There you go. That's a nice fireplace. Healthcare is okay. We're going to probably add another one somewhere down in here. Finally back to recycling. All right. Look at this. Now the demands have fluctuated. Average health is pretty high. The fire hazard is low, except for in certain areas where it's still remarkably high. So we can add like a fire station over. I mean, it's unbelievable how much these roads just mean I have to spend like $1 billion on fire, but I don't really think it matters too much. Seems like things are going well. Police service, at least that's going nicely. All right, let's go down here. I got a little bit of an abandoned building right there. Yeah, things are moving really nicely. The industrial park over here is quite good. Power usage less on Industrial Avenue. Amazing vacations. Is there a worker shortage? Oh, we got a little bit of a worker shortage. Crossroads and traffic. Which one? No, it's still complaining about that one, eh? Well, in that case, I'm going to stop. All right, fine. It really doesn't like that crossroad right there. So I guess what I want to do then is I want to extend this building straight that way, like this, and go like that. And I'm going to, I don't know if this is even possible, like a 5-way intersection. Boom. That's terrible. Whatever. Maybe it's just part of the same intersection. So just in case that it is, I'm going to go boom and boom, like that. All right, there you go. That's now all part. Oh, fudge. Right. There you go. All part of the same intersection. There's not 2 stops. It's just one big intersection. Does that make you happier? It makes me happier. Offices, there's garbage availability there. Incineration status is crazy. Landfill usage is great. Average health is very high. And there you go. Commercial, as always, is needed. So what are we going to do? add more residential and commercial area. Man, this is crazy. Well, you know, things are going good. Our citizens are becoming more. Next piece of land we want to add is here. We don't want to start planning too far ahead because eventually is... Alright, so we've got this. A lot of trucks using this area. This exit is good. This one is still very popular, but that's because the trucks are... The trucks come out of there. Actually, you know what? They're both pretty popular. And this Central Park type idea over here is working out. What is it? Is it it's the offices that are being built, and it's not this other land at all. So that other land just doesn't get used. That's what we're seeing here. Oh my goodness, what is going on there? So that other land is just not being used. That's what we're finding out. And we're finding out that yeah, we're finding out that that this yellow stuff just doesn't want to happen. All right, that is definitely interesting. Well, if I add commercial, then eventually I'm gonna need to do something about traffic to this area. We add another bridging connections from there to here. More commercial in this area. Should this South Island be a commercial tip? It might be. I don't know how the commercial really does in an area of pollution. So let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, fine. There you go. Let's start adding it, and let's start seeing what do you guys need? All right, there you go. Let's start adding this. Okay, boom, boom, over here like this. Let's start seeing what does this need? I mean, there is garbage dump down here, which is a little bit bad, but honestly is not the worst. The thing is, these trucks, they might this might be completely irresponsible of me to have added this here, because it might actually not really do anything. I'm thinking that just doesn't go. We don't put that there. We just make more train lines. This boat, I mean, it's good and all, but we should be having tourists in town here, not this kind of nonsense right here. And that's my thought. So this was a failed experiment. We should have just more trucks over here, maybe add a second one, a dedicated line, anything like that, more train connections, less of this ridiculousness, because it's just causing congestion, and although the boats are cool, there's no benefit to them. That's what I'm finding. I'm finding that there's just no benefit to having these boats here. Because they're not doing anything. People are coming in here and just leaving, coming in and out. It's an in and out job. It's bringing stuff into here, and we don't want them doing that. So, sorry, that's going out. That's going out of business. My bad. It was a bad idea from the beginning, and now I am fixing it. So power there to there to there. Okay, so South Island. What is it looking like? South Island is looking like it's not the greatest area in the world, but we can go add more office jobs. We can go add more this, and now the train is gonna need to start getting used a lot more, because there you go. Should we add homes in South Island? We should. We will add homes actually in South Island. But we're going to make sure that they're away from the garbage dump. Because we've got a garbage dump now in this area, and that's not the greatest combination. So what we're going to do is the South Island homes are going to be along the water. There you go. Oh, come on. There we are. Very nice. Like this. Okay. All we gotta do is just make sure that the South Island homes along the water, we won't have too many health issues, although we might. Maybe I shouldn't add that. I mean, what are the incinerators? The incinerators pollute the land like crazy. But we're gonna need some, I think, at some point. So maybe... It's gonna be... That's a tough question. This thing? No. That is... We're gonna empty the land... The South Island landfill is gonna get emptied. And then the garbage from here, it only spreads out... Right, we're gonna move the incinerators. So that's emptying out. This is gonna get moved to there. That is gonna get moved to there. Do we want a hospital? We want a hospital around these? Might not. I don't know if these incinerators are a great idea, but I think it'll relieve garbage. At least that is going to be around here. Put that there. Some commercial area around here. Maybe like forest some stuff. There you go, commercial. We'll put some residential again over here, over there. Have 2 incinerators running the garbage. South Island is going to be lots of this stuff, and then we got to fill the rest in with residential, which is going to be our next big area. Of course, the residential over here does seem to have worked, and over here there's going to be more residential, and then over here there's going to be more. Oh man, this is going to be really good. All right, so there needs to be more uneducated workers. Yeah, we know it. Where the hell is it? It's there and there. Okay. And you need more services. That's fine. Buses. So, we got the 2 bus lines over there. We have the boats there. We're going to need buses going on. We're going to need North Island bus line. So, North Island buses. We can start creating that. You know, create that here. Boy, where does it go? That's the real question. We don't really know. Boom. 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 Over here. Over there. Over there. We can go there. 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 Here. Right here. There. Down there. Right around there. Somewhere like right here. There. There. Oh, come on. Then we go there. Boy, this is going to be one hell of a bus line, isn't it? Where the hell is the next entrance to this little circle? There. Oh my goodness. All right. Here. Here. And then on the highway and back. Where does it even end up going? Okay, fine. There. Close the line. Wow, that is like the world's biggest bus line all the way across there. That's crazy. That's not a brilliant idea on my part, but I think that is okay. Then maybe we can add like a Woodland Grove sort of bus line. Sure, let's do it. Where does it start? It starts right here. And where does it go? It goes all the way. It goes, okay, first of all, it starts off, ah, crap. All right, it goes right there. Right there. Down here to there. Right up there. Right down there. Down in the middle. Down there. Down here. Down there. Down there. Right up there. Right up there. Oh, no, really? We can't... Oh, okay, so we can't do... Nope. Sorry. There. 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 Here. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Up. Oh, come on. There. Right there. Right there. Oops. Here. All the way down there. All the way up in this direction. Right here. Like this. Like that. Like this. Up there. Right down here. Here. Right here. Right there. Right there. And complete the line. Okay, so there you go. Another crazy bus line. Woo! I have no idea if that's a good idea or not, but I've just done it, haven't I? We got the train station over there. It seems to be working. We might add another one. Like another train line that comes off here. I don't know, like the train district or something like that. That'll make things a little bit better. It does seem like we're gonna need... Eventually gonna need more of those things. Let's check out this. I mean, that's gonna grow. Right, let's play it. All right, amazing fire plant and good stuff. Land value over here is ridiculously low, so people are gonna need to start playing. People are gonna need to start playing like basketball. Again, we don't want this to be like the crappiest region in the world. We just want it to be, you know, not great, but not terrible either. Let's go place like a small park, something like up there. Is there nothing? There's nothing there. What about this thing? Can't go anywhere. That can go there. Okay. So now land values are a little bit better, and we can go place, I don't know, something like a bouncy castle. No. Something like this weird carousel thing. Go right there. Beautiful. That has made things substantially better. Look at that. Lots of parks on that island. There you go. That's gonna be a lot better for us there. And actually, now that this is empty, we can go here and then I can delete this. Yes, I do wish to do that. Right, fantastic. Let's go into garbage and see incinerator would maybe damage some of the stuff over there. This guy wants more services. Well, that doesn't really surprise me that it wants more services. There's gonna need to be like a bus station, like a bus service around here. We can add bus service around there. Can add this. There you go. We're gonna add that. Again, this is just gonna be incinerating all of the garbage in this area. Yeah, we know it pollutes. It probably is an awful idea. Health. That building, this building right here, has 1 adult, and they might be sick. So, that's not good. Incineration plant collects and burns garbage to produce electricity. Output power. There you go. There you go. If there's a way to reduce garbage that would be a lot more clean, I would do it, but I think we need to add some garbage incineration down on this southern island. That'll make things better. What are people complaining about here? Low land value? Is this like a house or something? The hell is that? I have no idea what that is, but that's going out of there. What was that kind of building? Oh, it was weird. Alright, low land value. That's what you're complaining about? Well, you know, think again. Don't complain about that. So, we've substantially reduced the number of everything that was going on there, which is nice. Dover City is beautiful as always. This is nice and growing. The high density residential is doing really good over here. Also got some good stuff going on. The island is growing as it normally would. And population is growing at a rate that is alright, but I think we should really start laying out the way the city is going to go in the future. So that's going to be maybe one of my priorities for the next episode. I'm going to say that I hope you guys have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Aw yeah. Cue the royalty-free music. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on everybody, get on your feet. Stand up, look at the screen and repeat. I'm gonna like, rate, comment, and subscribe. I love watching Athervids all of the time. Thanks for dropping by and spending the time. Hope you've enjoyed, and let's get on with our lives. Oh yeah. Thanks to Kevin MacLeod for these awesome beats. Woo yeah. Have a good one.